Hey guys, welcome to Sylar Vape Nation. In today's unboxing I'm going to be doing an in-depth review and obviously an unboxing of two products. Last time I only done one product, this time I'm doing two. Excuse me. Simply because I bought two products. Now these two should go together really good. Now I have with me today the Smok or Smok, depending on how you want to pronounce it. The Smok Pro M80 Plus. This bad boy I cannot wait to open up and get into. I've heard so many good things about it. I cannot wait to try it. The next one is something I have wanted for maybe 2 months now. Well, since I heard about it, to be honest with you. And this one is the Atlantis V2. So it's the second version of the Atlantis. Now, so many improvements on this one compared to the first one. I cannot wait to dive into this, get vaping on it, especially with the lower resistance coil on it. That is particularly why I waited to do this video, because I had this first, and a couple of days later I put an order in for this bad boy. So I thought, well, with the lower resistance on one of the coils on this, I thought, well, this device should handle it quite nicely. So that's why I decided to do the two products in one video, and then I can do the review at the same time. Then in about a week or so's time I'll put out a video explaining how they both work together, or how this tank vapes and how the device actually works, you know, like not how it works but how it vapes, how it performs, you know. So yeah, without further ado, it's going to be a long video, so let's get down in details, man. Let's take a look. Okay, so here we have the Smok Pro M80 Plus and the Atlantis version 2. And first of all, we're going to be taking a look at the Atlantis version 2. We're going to take a quick little peek at this one because it's simpler to look at, the smaller one to look at first, basically. Okay. Now, so where do I start with this bad boy? Now, first of all, let's open it up, shall we? I know that's what you really want to see. Okay, so same sort of case as the first one. Tank sits on top of the plastic case quite nicely. Let's set that down for there a minute. And this still rolls away. Okay, let's take up the plastic or cardboard type of packaging inside, see what's in there. Okay, I have opened this once already. There is another coil that comes with this, that's in my packs at the moment. It comes with a 0.3 ohm coil and a 0.5. The coil that it came with, I'm not sure which one's which now. I'll have to have a look inside in a minute, see which one's in here, okay? Now, like I said, it only comes with a spare coil, that's it. There's no spare Pyrex glass with this one, unfortunately, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. But hopefully that could be a sign of good things. That could be a sign that this glass is much more durable, powerful or stronger than the last one. Hopefully that will be the case. Okay, so let's get this case out of the way a minute, okay? Now, before I go into great detail about this lovely little device, let's get a bit of a closer look for you all. There we go. Now, before I go into great detail about this device, I will say I had the Atlantis version 1, and yes, I loved it. I absolutely did. All except for the coils. Now, what I'll say about those coils were, they left quite a bit to be desired for, to be fair. I personally felt that they burnt out kind of too quick. There was also some sort of ceramic wicking material in them. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but yeah, it wasn't very nice. Like, there was a lot of complaints about those kind of coils. People were saying there was a lot of bits flaking off the coils and going up the chimney into their mouths. So yeah, that's not really a good thing, but it's supposed to have been changed in these, and they're supposed to be 100% organic cotton. So obviously that's a big improvement. I mean, I got a lot of high expectations for this bad boy, so So let's get this bad boy open and take a look inside to have a good look at that coil, shall we? Yep, okay, let's have a look. So it unscrews exactly the same way as before. Looks very much similar. So let's move this lid out of the way a second. Let's get this coil out. Same way for the coil as before. So I just move these two off to the one side and let's take a little decent look at this coil, okay? There we go. So now we got a better light source on here. This coil that's in there is the 0.3 ohm, which is capable of going from 70 to 80 watts, okay? Now, one thing that's noticeable on these straight away is the juice control for wicking. These are quite a bit bigger than the last ones, considerably bigger to be fair. So that's going to bring in a lot more juice into the coils quicker, which is going to reduce the dry hits, which is obviously a good thing. So that's something that really can't be complained about. Also, what I've noticed at the bottom here, on the bottom, you've now got 4 airflow holes for the coil, whereas on the last ones you had only 2. So now that's a massive improvement. Also, like I said, it is using organic cotton, which you can clearly see through the middle there. And if you were to look down the centre there, they look pretty much the same. It's a little bit wider, I feel, down there. I feel they've used possibly a thicker gauge wire in there. They feel a bit, I don't know, it's strange. The gap down the middle feels a little bit wider, or seems to be a little bit wider. I have no way of measuring it, so I'm uncertain of the actual diameter in there. The other good thing that I like about these as well is you can, I'm led to believe, use these coils on the version 1, and you can use the version 1 coils on the version 2 tank, so they are backwards compatible in that aspect, which is really good, obviously. Now, the other thing as well is these coils come in a 0.5, a 0.3 ohm, and I'm led to believe that they could possibly come in a 0.1 ohm. Now, I haven't seen these 0.1 ohms, but it's what I've been told. So I'm skeptical of those because I haven't seen them yet. So let's get this coil back into place. Screws back in, nice and simple, just like that. Don't want to over tighten it because you don't want to damage your threads, obviously. Oop, excuse me. In the original Atlantis, this tank was only 2 mil. Now they've upgraded this to a 3 mil, which personally to me I find much better. I mean, you got to figure that at the end of the day, in this day and age, people who are sub-ohming are using max VG, or they're using juice that's heavy on the PG, so it's going to be using a lot of juice and quickly. So if you've got a smaller tank, it's going to get annoying having to fill these up constantly. So I feel the bigger the tank, the better off you are. Now, 3 mil isn't necessarily a huge amount. So if you're looking for a tank that's got a massive amount of juice to be held, then you might want to look at the Aspire Mega tank. I'm not too sure off the top of my head how many mil that holds. Maybe if somebody out there sees this video, you could leave a comment down below and let us know. I think it may be 5 mil or 7 mil, I'm not sure. But yeah, but like I said, this has been upgraded to a 3 mil, which is quite good. The tank itself, it does come out. It's you kind of twist it and pull, and it just pops out. It's stuck in with those little metal teeth down there, the same as the last one. But you got to be very careful you don't crack the tank doing that, because at the end of the day, it's metal on perspex, isn't it? You know. There we go. It just pops straight back into place. Like I said, be careful if you don't want to damage it, you know. So yeah, it's quite impressive that they've gone up an extra mil for that tank. So I'm quite happy with that. The other good thing about this as well is the airflow systems That's why systems, not system. Now, it's quite impressive. Now, if I put it back together for you, bum, 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 bum. Bear with me, guys. There we go. Now, if you take a look, there's your airflow. You got a nice big hole, and then a bit of a smaller hole, and then it's gone big again. Then it's gone really small, back to big. So, the variant sizes on the holes, but on here now, not only do you have this one hole there, but you have another one on the other side. So now you've got dual airflow on the bottom, which is going to increase your vaping, your cloud production, your flavor production by massive amounts, to be fair. Now, take a look at that. I got it open nice and wide there, take it to the other side, nice and wide there. Now, if I put it small there, it's got a nice, medium sized one on that side. So you can variate how big you have them open, I believe, by the looks of it. If I go to a big one there, small one, medium. Well, it looks like it's set to a certain different styles, or different setup, I should say. Or specific setup, I should say, by the looks of it. But yeah, it's going to give you nice, really good airflow. So, from what I've heard about it, it's pucker. It's really good from what I've heard about it. Now, the other thing I like is the fact that because this can go up to 80 watts, that juice is going to get hot, right? Now, it has airflow on the neck column itself. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little bit closer for this. I don't know if my camera will pick it up. Oh, that's a bit too close by the looks of it. How's that? There we go. Now, if you look at the neck column there, you can see that lovely little hole there. That's opened up. Now you can close it off. Sorry about the reflection of the light, guys. I can't really do much about that. It'll be too dark otherwise if I do, see. Now, trying to get it so it doesn't get a bad reflection. So you've got 4 of them there. You got 1, 2, 3, and your 4th one. Now with these, you can't shut off one and have like 3 open or anything like that. It's either all of them open or not at all. Okay, so basically that's how that works. But what I have noticed, same as the normal airflows, you can have them partially open or fully open, So I guess that's a bonus. But to be honest with you, if you're going to be hitting this at 80 watts and the juice is getting a bit hot for you, you're going to want them fully open. They say this is a competition style bore, or competition sized bore. Now, oops, sorry, didn't mean to the camera. Now, me personally, I wouldn't technically say that was a competition style bore. Not when you look at something like that. Now, that's the Dujax. That's competition bore. There's not really a great difference, I guess, as far as the width is concerned, but whereas this one doesn't taper down, it goes straight through. This does taper down on the inside. So I guess, in effect, it's not really competition size bore because it does taper down smaller on the inside. So, yeah, I mean, that's the main gist of it. I mean, you've got a better form of juice control on the inside, excuse me, whereas on the last one, when it was tightened up, if I over tighten a little bit, you noticed most of the coils would end up being like that. You'd have a little bit of cotton hidden by these little structures below, and it'd be like, dude, really? I'm not getting full juice soaking in by there. I mean, you would, it would soak up fully, obviously, but it'd just take a couple of minutes longer or a minute or two longer, But now, because of the new setup system on it, you can put it back, still nice and tight and solid, and it's in there, So nothing's leaking from that, and you got a nice open connection all the way around there. Let's see if I can turn this light off, see if it looks better now. How's that? And just do that any better for you guys? So yeah, no, I think it's better with the light, wasn't it? Even if it was a bit bright. Sorry about that. So yeah, right. The main specifications for the Atlantic version 2 are as follows. Let's get back up a little bit. There we go. Okay, it's proprietary, a stainless steel competition bore drip tip. Like I said, I wouldn't necessarily call it competition, but that's what they're calling it. It's stainless steel tank itself, so they say, and it's Pyrex glass, or Pyrex tank itself. Redesigned dual adjustable air slots coupled with auxiliary airflow ring base at the drip tip, which we've covered. It is 100% organic cotton and USA made wire coil constructions. The 0.3 ohm coil is optimized for 70 to 80 watts, and the 0.5 ohm coil is optimized for 20 to 30 watts. So that's basically the gist of this particular tank. So now I'm going to jump over to the Smok, and we shall give that a quick unboxing and a quick look at to see how she is and how it looks and so on and so forth. Okay, and here we have the Smok Pro M80 Plus. This I have been looking forward to for quite some time. Yes, I have. I've looked into it a heck of a lot, and basically the ultimate thing that made me purchase this was my mate James. I was talking to him about it. He owns one of these, and he said, dude, you have to get your hands on this bad boy, it's a beast. I was looking at a few other devices, but he highly recommended this to me, so I thought, screw it, let's give it a go. I've been looking at it for quite some time, so James, cheers dude. Shout out to you, man. Thank you very much. And let's get into this box and have a look. Okay, so it slides out of a nice little case like that, and then you got like this little gift box, I guess you could call it, which pops open like so, and there she is. That there is the Smok. I'm going to turn my light off this because it is very shiny, so I don't want too much reflection coming back at you all. There we go. Still a bit of reflection coming off, but now you can actually see that it says Smok on it now, so there we go. You'll have to excuse the shadow. So this is the Smok. Take it out. That's the side panel, where you have all the lovely little buttons. I'll turn it on now in a second. On the back end there you got X Pro M80 Plus. Got like heatsink fins, I guess, whether you call it, I'm not sure. You got your air vents at the bottom there for the battery, and you've got your charger port. And that's the basic look and design of the Smok Pro. Okay, so let's see what comes in the box. Pow! Pops open. Get a nice cute little booklet. Good quality booklet to be fair. Opens it up. Gives you all the relevant information, specifications, how to use it, etc, etc. Very useful. Always make sure to read the manual, guys. Don't do anything stupid. Don't think you know how to use it until you've read one. At the end of the day, if something stupid happens, like it explodes or something goes wrong, odds are it's because you didn't read this. Remember battery safety, remember build safety, everything. These are important to read, guys, so read them. I spent quite a while reading that bad boy. What else do we have in here? Okay, we have a USB charger for the computer. With this you can do updates for the firmware for the device as well. I'm not sure what firmware my device has at this moment in time. I'll have to check that out. But I believe you can go to their website and download firmware updates. I'm not sure if mine's a version 6 or not. I'll have to check out. I believe that's the latest one as far as I'm aware. There might be a 7, I do not know, I'll have to look further into it. And we have a ego tank styled connector which connects into the top of your tank, and then you can stick your other kind of tanks on there. Basically like one of these kind of tanks, you know, that used to go on the old ego style pens, you know, so you can stick one of them bad boys into it as well. So that's that there. Alright, now what we're all waiting for. Let's get down and gritty into this little bad boy. Look at that, it's so cute, that's stunning, isn't it? Look at it, so shiny. Wow. Right, now then, don't know how good my camera's going to pick this up, should be good I hope. Now then, I believe it's a press it on. Right, let's give you a little bit of information about this bad boy before I go turning it on, okay? It has a battery capacity of 4,400 mAh or 4,000 mAh. The booklet states both, although I have heard of someone doing a test on theirs and it was putting out 4,100 mAh. There are two built-in 18650 Li polymer batteries, which takes approximately 3 hours to charge via the charger port at the bottom. They should last at least 2 days before needing a recharge, maybe more, could be a lot longer, although I guess it does technically depend on how much you use it. Let's see now, it does have an active pass-through, so you can put this on charge whilst vaping. Some people are comfortable doing that, some aren't, so I guess it's really down to you. Technically if you do that, there is really no downtime whilst vaping on it, you know. So let's take it. I mean, feeling it, it's very strong. It is a very strong material. It's made from aluminum alloy and zinc alloy. It's a nice fit. It's a nice fit in the hand. I mean, I've got huge hands, right? So I mean, it does fit quite comfortably in my hand. It's not too small, it's not too big, it feels pretty much just right, to be fair. Now, I mean, I've got the MVP3 Pro, that fits quite nicely in my hand as well, but I feel it's a little bit too long. This one, by the time the tank's on there, it's really nice, you know, it sits on the bottom finger there, and you can just fire it up, bang it, beast. Feel lovely, like, you know, I think that'll be good. I do believe it comes in silver, black and gold, possibly other colours, I'm not sure. It has got a spring-loaded centre pin, which is allegedly adjustable, although I'm not sure how it's adjustable. But the spring-loaded action in there, it's quite stiff and sturdy, which is very, very good. That is something really good about this. It's nice and sturdy, it's not loose and all over the place like some devices are. So they've done a cracking job with that, to be fair. As for ohms, the reader on this, it will go down to 0.1 and a maximum of 3 ohms, I believe. So that's the kind of power this will put out. The output power will go as low as 6 watts and it goes up as much as 80 watts. So you can get 80 watts out of this bad boy, hence the name M80. Kind of figures, right? It does have 2 new functions compared to the older models, which I have never personally used, so I'm kind of going in blind with this one. The new functions is Temp Control and Vape Plan Monitoring. Now, I really don't know much about Temp Control vaping at this moment, so I'm going to need to look into that a lot more before telling you guys about it, because I really don't want to be giving you guys the wrong information, do I? So, you know, the only thing I know about the temp mode on this is that apparently it goes from 200 degrees Fahrenheit to 900 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure if that is 100% correct. I'll take a look now in a second and see if that is true. The vaping plan monitoring, or puff plan, what they call, from what I can gather, is a counter which is very useful if you're trying to limit your puffs on a daily basis. So let's turn this on. So it's 5 clicks to turn on. Comes up saying welcome. There we are. It's already set to 80 watts. And let's run it right way down to see if she does go down to the 6. She goes quite fast. Yep, the lowest she'll hit is 6. Okay, that's good. Right back up to 80 again. That's really fast counting, to be fair. That's good. I believe it also has a 12-second cut-off point, so you can basically take a 12-second hit on this bad boy and then it'll cut out for safety. So that's pretty good, because a lot of these, they only go for about like between 5 and 8 seconds kind of thing. So that's pretty good, to be fair. Let's have a look for the menu. I hit it 3 times and it comes up. So that takes into wattage mode, temp mode, or mech mode. It also has a mech mode as well. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Now I'm not sure exactly what the mech mode is. Once again, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to look into it. I mean, I'm assuming it just puts this beast into, mechanical mod mode. Simple, just like your standard mech mod, like a Nemesis mod or whichever mod you use. So if I go back in, I want to take a look at various different settings. Now, let's see if I can zoom down a little bit more for you. Is that going to focus for me? Come on, you bugger, focus. Right, there we go. Right, if I go into temp mode, I'll try and figure this out, how to do temp mode. Right, we want temp. It's got 200F on the bottom, but I'm not sure. I didn't quite see if I had that out earlier. Okay, so I'm gonna have a quick look through the menu now to see what this temp mode is. So if you click it 3 times, it brings up the menu. Now when you get into the menu, you go, okay, so I want to look through all, that's the whole menu system there. You have 5 options, so I want to look at that. So you can go wattage mode, temp mode, mech mode. Okay, so if I leave it on wattage mode and have a look, it's got your ohm reader, voltage and watts. So if I go back in, I want to look at, oops, I want to go back into that one. Now I want to go to temp mode. I'm not sure exactly how this works, like I said. So I mean, it says 200 degrees Fahrenheit there, or 200 Fahrenheit. If I try to change anything, it changes the wattage, and that's pretty much it. So I mean, if I hold the buttons down, it doesn't do anything. So I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to really look into that, try and figure out how to use this. That's something new to me. So if I stick it onto mech mode, see what it does. It's got a voltage meter, ohm meter, watts. Nothing's firing up on that. Check atomizer, obviously. So I mean, I guess it just reads it, just standard mech mode now, and I'm guessing it'll just tell you what everything is when you start firing it up, I'm guessing. I mean, like I said, I haven't used it yet, so I can't be 100% certain. So if I put it back to wattage mode, because that's what I'm going to be using it on, more so than anything, until I figure out the rest of the stuff. Put it back up to 80 for now. Let's have a look at the rest of the settings. Number 2, what do we have here? That's your counter. So you can change that or set it, or it'll tell you how many hits you've had. Obviously, as you can see, I haven't had any at all. Let's see what number 3 is. That'll be your time and date. So you can actually change your time and date. Yeah, this bad boy tells you the time and date, guys. How freaking cool is that? I mean, seriously. I'll watch this now. What else we got? We have, oh, there's your temp settings. Hello. So you can actually change the temp. Yeah, right up to 900 degrees Fahrenheit. And it goes up in increments of 10 by the looks of it. Yep, 10 degrees it goes up in, and it flies through them. So there we are. You can actually change the temp setting that way by the looks of it. So that's pretty cool if you wanted to go into that version. I don't really, like I said, I don't really know much about that. I know you got to use nickel coils, I believe. So, well, that's how you change the time and date as well. Look, when you get into it, you leave it for like 2 seconds, then you got to press the power button, and it'll change through. And you use the minus and sorry, the plus and minus button to change the actual time and date. I've already done that, so I don't need to again. And that's the power button. You can change the power on, power off, say goodbye. Very nice and polite, isn't it? So let's turn it back on. 5 hits, welcome. If I hold on, how did I get the time and date up on this bad boy now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go, and hold down the power button. And there we are. It's 2:13 in the morning, which is correct. And then the date is the 24th of the 6th, 2015, which is 100% correct. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, so if you haven't got your cell phone on you, or if you haven't got, you know, nobody around you to find out the time, or if your cell phone's dead or whatever, bam! You lock it with 5 presses. You unlock it, check out atomizer. Lock the battery, 5, hold it down, tells you the time and date. Gotta love that. I mean, to me that's pretty damn awesome, to be fair. So there we go, guys. That's basically an in-depth look at the Smok or Smok Pro M80 Plus and the Atlantis version 2. I wonder how it looks just sat on there. I'm not going to fire it up. Let me just turn this off. So let's go back for the settings. Power off. Goodbye. That's very nice of you. Alright, let's just stick this on, see how she looks. I can feel that pin moving down below nicely. I feel so damn comfortable. And that's how she looks with the Atlantis on it. I mean, to be fair, that's beautiful. Turn the light up just so you can see. I mean, look at that. That is beast, isn't it? That's really good. I get the feeling I'm going to really enjoy using this. I really am. Let's see what she reads, just the coil, without firing it up. Welcome. Alright, it's reading that coil there, 0.33 ohms. So I have the 0.3 ohm coil in there, as we know. So I am going to be filling this bad boy up very soon and giving it a good old toke session. So that's what I'm going to be doing, guys. That's my plan for the next week or so, to be vaping on this one like a mad head. So let's take it back to the top side a minute, guys, and give me a second. So guys, there you have it. That was an in-depth unboxing and in-depth look at the Smok Pro M80 Plus and the Aspire Atlantis version 2. I will of course get back to you within a week or two and let you know how they both work together, how they work on different devices, how they correspond with other devices, if that's how you wish to say. Keep an eye out on my Instagram page, which is at Sylar_Vape_Nation, for a giveaway that I have coming up. I'll be giving away concentrates to certain winners. There will be certain things involved from various different things, so yeah, take a good look at that and you will be kept up to date with that. So basically, if you like this video, don't forget to comment, subscribe, share, anything you want to. If otherwise, just watch it, you know what I mean? Happy days. Cheers guys, thank you for watching. Catch you in my next video, guys. Take it easy.